If you truly want to decrease insulin resistance in your life as you age, we need to change how we view it. One of the top problems with insulin resistance is how it is presented. It is presented as something that you either have or you don't have, and that's just not the case. And here's what I mean. If someone has a diagnosis of type 2 diabetes, they either have it or they don't have it. That's not true with insulin resistance. With insulin resistance, it is a degree system, meaning you can be very insulin resistant, you can be not very insulin resistant, and insulin resistance can fluctuate day to day. So it's not really like a diagnosis. It is something that we need to constantly be tending to make sure that we don't increase it as we age. And a really good example of that is that if you get one poor night of sleep, you're more insulin resistant the next day as a result. Does that mean that all of a sudden, because you got one poor night of sleep, you're insulin resistant and you have a diagnosis and now you got to reverse this diagnosis? No, it means you need to think about your habits. And then when you get one good night of sleep the next night, you're going to be less insulin resistant the next day. And so if you can view insulin resistance as something that you constantly want to be tending to, then what that also will benefit you as is it will cause you to keep your habits in check. And this is the problem that a lot of people encounter when they're working towards a goal. They only focus on the goal rather than the habits that will help them maintain that. And so when we think about insulin resistance, if we want to decrease it as we age, because we really want to age well, we want to avoid heart disease, stroke, cancer, liver issues, we want to have good skin, we want to have good energy, we want to avoid weight gain around our abdomen, then we need to think about decreasing insulin resistance in our life. And so think about it not as something that, oh, I got to avoid this thing. It is actually something that we have to daily put in the effort to decrease the degree of. And the problem is that most people don't think about it that way. And then they wake up one day and they're 10 out of 10 insulin resistant and they do have a diagnosis. So true optimal health is going to be adjusting your habits to decrease the severity of insulin resistance in your life as you age rather than just waiting for a diagnosis. Hope that was helpful.